Casino getting their first look at the world's greatest stuntman, Shreddz.
I love this guy. Lean, mean, 204-pound fighting machine. This guy was in every movie. You name it, he did the stunt for it.
He is certainly active in the film industry in Vancouver. That is to be sure. I've run into him myself on a number of occasions, and if you think he's intense at ringside, he's like that everywhere, unfortunately.
What are you doing? Name dropping that you work in film too?
Well, you gotta make a living somehow. And Shreddz likes to make a living by beating people up, obviously in phenomenal condition. But he is not endearing himself to those here at Hastings Racecourse and Casino tonight in this triple threat match. And you've got to think that the winner of this one will perhaps be looking towards a title opportunity in the new year. Of course, Nick Price just retained, and he is a fighting champion, so you never know who you're going to be put against. Shreddz, though, will take on all comers. Taking his time here to get inside the squared circle, ready for action. And he yelled at pretty much everybody, and now continues to do so. I don't know what kind of bad attitude he's got, but...
Well, this guy, he's pretty much responsible for every major blockbuster.
Oh, sure.
He knows how to get every audience member here their tickets worth.
Well, Shreddz might be better suited to focus on the action here, as he's got two opponents impatiently waiting, I am sure, as he continues to yell.
Well, he wants to, but those stupid kids over there keep distracting him. They're disrespecting him. We should get those kids out of here.
Shreddz, now wait just a minute.
Get those kids out of here.
Going out into the audience here. What is the meaning of this?
Yeah, those kids were tough, but now he's in there and they run away.
Well, here comes his first opponent, as Shreddz just chased everybody into about the 10th row.
That's where they belong.
Saw Chad the Gift last month in that hardcore fans bring the weapons battle royal. He was unsuccessful in that attempt, but did give a great performance, obviously impressing the Canadian Apex Wrestling staff, and now he finds himself in this triple threat match here tonight.
He did hold his own pretty well. Like that Battle Royale was a slobber knocker. It was hell. Halloween hell. That's why we call it that. And in the corner, she did pretty well.
A great reception. Obviously, these fans have watched that match and saw just what Chad the Gift can do, and we will see what he is capable of here in more conventional wrestling situations. No weapons in this one, but it will be triple threat action. And this man has impressive size, to be sure.
I wish him all the luck, but like, unfortunately, Shreddz is here.
Yeah,
he's not going to come out winning.
Shreddz continuing to yell at everybody. And here comes the third participant in this triple threat match. What a contrast of styles we are about to see in front of us. These two currently in the ring, but fans about to get on their feet for that man. For Real Talk, Rashad Tyson, as he makes his way around ringside, ready to get the party started. And he's got two mean individuals waiting for him inside the ring. Referee Robert Mitchell will have his hands full in this one, trying to keep everyone within the rules of this triple threat match. Real Talk, though, loves to have fun in there, and is capable of some spectacular things.
Nah, he's a fun-time party boy. He's kind of the Happy Meal of wrestling. All smiles, all hugs.
And look at this, showing some love to our official.
What a dork.
And Real Talk with an impressive throw.
You would like that.
And I like the matchup that is in front of us. This one should be great. And it really is a pick'em. So many different strategies I'm sure will be employed. Always tricky when you are in there with two opponents.
Ring the damn bell, man. I can't wait till this starts.
And Shreddz on the outside. And Real Talk trying to invite him in here, and perhaps trying to negotiate a strategy, as
he'll enter when he's ready.
Chad the Gift is gigantic in stature and looks to lock up with Real Talk. And Real Talk tried to push him into the corner, but gets shoved into the buckle. And that is the power. And now, Chad the Gift trying to invite Shreddz in. And wait a minute, it's not a handicap match. And I guess they're gonna take turns here against their larger opponent. It is a triple threat match, as the official is trying to remind them, but one man in, one man out might not be the worst strategy I've ever seen. And Shreddz now going behind, pushing the larger man, and then taking a walk. And I guess whatever teamwork between Real Talk.
And he just tagged himself in.
Now, respectful of the rules, even when they're not applicable.
You might need two men to chop this mountain down.
I'd certainly agree to that. As again, Real Talk is sent down to the canvas by this big man, and now picked up like a small child. Side headlock. Real Talk trying to get out of it here. Not having much luck, as the Gift is holding him, squeezing the head, keeping him in place, and taking one a little tour of the ring there. Shreddz just still looking on the outside. Now Real Talk trying to get separation, and does, but oh my goodness. The big man almost ran him over. And now let's see what he can do with the speed department. Few are quicker than Real Talk, but Chad the Gift showing some agility here. Here comes Real Talk, and everything changes just like that. Punch to the face. Real Talk sent for the ride and got tripped up on the outside by Shreddz.
What are people booing about? They forgot that this is a triple threat? Behind you!
And uh-oh. Shreddz is not gonna like this! Right to the face twice. And a third one sends him straight down to the canvas. And he may be going back there quicker than he wants to. Shreddz feeling that lower back. And Chad the Gift off the ropes, sending Shreddz 360 to the outside. And it really has felt like a handicap match, but it's 1 versus 2 instead of 2 versus 1.
Well, that's what you have to do to take down this build. Frankenstein's monster over here.
Real talk.
Lumbering around.
Just took out Shreddz on the outside, surprising and stunning him.
But that's the thing, he just took out his own handicap against this monster that is Chad.
Now, only one man can win this match. Real talk trying to go behind, but quickly Chad able to renegotiate the situation here. Real talk trying to get out of it with elbows, finally does. Staggers the big man off the ropes. Here comes Real Talk just throwing his body into him. And now, back off the ropes again. And it just takes so little for Chad the Gift to regain control, but almost got tangled up in the ropes. And now Real Talk standing tall, using that experience against Chad the Gift, who's only recently emerged on the scene here.
He uses body weight against himself, something Chad has to remember for next time. The bigger you are, the bigger you fall.
Unfortunately, in this match, no man can be counted out. So, oh my gosh! Real Talk again! Throwing caution to the wind, soaring through the air, and landing on Chad the Gift on the outside of the ring. And Real Talk is standing tall at the moment as he shoves the big man back in the ring, but from behind, Shreddz trying to get the advantage, gets thrown into that steel post. Now Real Talk up top, could be looking for an aerial maneuver here. Chad the Gift looking a little loopy, a little wobbly. Real Talk trying to find his balance on the rope, high cross body, but got caught. And here comes Shreddz with a drop kick into almost a cover, no. Didn't have the wherewithal to realize what was happening. Oh! And can you imagine, Babs, what that feels like? One man slammed into another.
The spine and the gut. Just
Shreddz, only with the count of two. Chad the Gift able to escape on that pinning predicament. Shreddz showing some frustration here.
Sorry, Chad, there's no breaks in a triple threat.
And now Real Talk up top. We finally hit that cross body. Was looking for it before. And 1, 2, and oh, a 2.
Shreddz is a famous stuntman. You think that'll take him down? Does that every day. You've seen him at Hollywood.
Well, there's no stunt padding in there. This is all real time, and that is Real Talk. Going to the top rope again. What could Rashad be looking for here? And Shreddz pushed the official into the rope, causing Real Talk to fall down on that hard metal.
No, he tried to get up and he kind of tripped over his boots, and one thing led to another, domino effect.
Shreddz with a drop kick, and you can hear Chad the Gift just splat on the concrete on the floor. And now it is Shreddz finding himself in control of the match with a boot right to the chin of Real Talk. And you gotta believe that Nick Price is watching this one. Gotta be thinking, what would I do if I encountered any of these guys in singles action in 2026?
Well,
everyone looking to impress. Well, that remains to be seen, though. Price has got an incredible winning record. Is Shreddz going to get the win here? No. And again, Shreddz with a drop kick, preventing Chad the Gift from getting into the ring. Smart strategy being applied by the world's most famous stuntman. And now look at this, on the middle rope, using the top rope for leverage. Blatant choke, nothing the official can do about it. Trying to get him off of there to keep some kind of composure in the match. Now Shreddz on the outside. Gonna send Chad the Gift into the post. Knows what it feels like. He felt it before. And Shreddz throwing up some muscles. Spends a lot of time in the gym, that is for sure.
You can say that again. The guy looks incredible.
Well, there's no denying that.
I wonder what he eats. Clearly not the same thing you eat on the film set.
Shreddz now in the middle of the ring, picking up Real Talk, sending him to the corner. Real Talk basically just using that top rope to stay upright right now. Holding on, trying to prevent further damage. And ooh! Stiff shot from Shreddz. That was enough to send Real Talk, but oh! Got caught. Look at this impressive strength by Shreddz, driving him down to the canvas, into the cover.
Watch out behind you.
2, and Chad the Gift somehow got back into the match to break up that pin.
Damn it, Chad.
Ooh. Chest first into the buckle, picking Shreddz up, goes to the eyes.
Perfectly legal.
Now in this match, unfortunately, that's true. Look at the strength of Shreddz, picking up Chad the Gift.
Did
TKO.
you see that?
1, 2, here comes Real Talk. That's gonna break the count.
That was a 3 count.
How did Shreddz pull off the TKO on Chad the Gift? Oh my goodness. But Real Talk now picking up the pieces here, or at least trying to. Gets thrown around by Chad the Gift, waistlock from behind. Let's see if those elbows can break it a second time. They do. Off the ropes, here comes Real Talk, wheelbarrow. Oh yeah! Real Talk into the cover. 1, 2, no! And I gotta think that if Real Talk would have hooked the leg instead of just double pressing the chest, he may have had a victory there, but fatigue certainly setting in for all these men, Babs.
Fatigue and hubris. Real Talk is really talented, but his own ego, his own flashiness gets in his way of success.
You've
seen it.
Real Talk! Oh, he got caught!
What did I just say?
Again!
Doesn't learn from his mistakes.
And, oh my gosh!
I just saw his chest cave in.
Shreddz now pushing Chad the Gift out. That surely would have been a 3. And Shreddz, I don't know why he's not going for the cover here. Now finally crawling to Real Talk, hooking the leg, but Chad the Gift coming in 2, and no! Real Talk somehow able to kick out. Where did he get that resilience from?
It's because Shreddz, he milked it too much, man.
Chad the Gift from behind. Shreddz now realizing it. Here he comes, missed wildly, and got drilled to the canvas. 1, 2, 3.
What?
Chad the Gift in his first non-chaos filled match, though there was a lot of chaos in this one. He goes from a hardcore fans bring the weapons battle royal to this triple threat match and finds victory. What a night for Chad the Gift.
This is BS. If this is a gift, I want a re-gift. I want to keep the receipt, send it back.
Well, big things could be on the horizon for Chad the Gift here in Canadian Apex Wrestling.
Shreddz did all the work.
Now, wait a minute. Throwing Shreddz to the outside. Well, I can't say Shreddz doesn't deserve it. And Chad the Gift standing tall with a huge victory. A well-earned victory lap for Chad the Gift. Exciting to see what he has in store next year. Wait a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, get the wax out of your ears. get the sleep out of your eyes because the gift is present in Vancouver!
What is this? Is Make-A-Wish?